Alright, and welcome back. Today I'm flying out the MiG-23MLA. This is the German MiG-23, and this thing is honestly pretty good. Now, I did record this while I was pretty sick, so I might not play the best. I'm gonna make a few mistakes, but oh well, what can you do? I run the MiG-23 with a single R-24R, a R-24T, and then 4 of the R-60 MKs. The R-24R is an extremely good radar missile. It's pretty fast, and it doesn't really lose track of its target at all. They could be notching and popping chaff, and at least in my history, 90% of the time, they still hit. And then I carry the R-24T for long-range shots like this. Now, I am going to lock up this J-35 with the radar because, again, I was extremely sick during this. So I thought I had another 24R. So that's why I locked it up with the radar. Well, 24T still hit, and we go about our merry way. Now, there is another J-35 below me and a MiG-23. There is nothing behind me, so I think I can just safely loop on over and prep a R-60. I want to try to shoot an R-60 at both of these guys, so we fire one at the J-35. However, the MiG-23 is flaring, so the R-60 wouldn't have really connected to him anyway. So we're just going to turn around. I do have friendlies here, but it seems like this other MiG-23 is getting the same treatment as me, and both of our missiles are just getting flared. However, the ML seems to have an overshot because that MiG-23 just decided that he wants to do, I would believe, a Cobra. But this leaves him slow and open for my shot to just pepper him in his back. And that is our 4th kill. The last guy, now, he has been running in space. He's just been in orbit this entire time. I'm not sure why he's up here, but hey, it's just a simple MiG-21. I did go back and rearm, so I have another R-24R, and it's gonna go straight for his face. He's gonna try and notch me. It's not gonna work because he's way too close, and his missile goes straight for my chaff and flares. And that is the end of that match with 5 kills. Pretty good match, and we go straight into the second one. I didn't do too many games with this. I honestly just did not have the energy. I got 3 decent-ish matches, so I was just like, you know what, that's good enough for me. Now, we do have the F4 in front of us, and I'm going to fire an R-24T at him, and he's going to collect it because he's not paying attention, doesn't even know I'm here. And that's why I love these R-24Ts. They're extremely good for what the R-60 can't do, and that is range. So you can just fire them off at 5-6 kilometers, and they're most likely going to hit. Now, I am trying to lock up this F-14, however, my radar is wanting to lock my friendlies and do everything else than what I want it to. So I'm not able to lock him. I'm going to try to lock up the F4S's over here. Again, it's just locking up my friendlies. Finally get a good lock on the other one, and look at that. The R-24 just curves straight in for him. Almost get myself taken out by the other F4S, because I honestly don't even know what I was doing. I think I blanked out and amazed at how the 24R even hit a close range shot like that. I thought that missile was coming for me. Turns out it was going for my friendly. And I'm just going to dive down on this F4S. I don't think he's paying attention to me, or at least I didn't think he was paying attention to me. However, my friendly shot a missile at him, and he started to flare, which defeated my missile. Now, I am going to turn around here. I was going to be able to get a shot in. However, as soon as I go to squeeze the trigger, he gets absolutely nailed by a missile, which is quite unfortunate, but hey, at least he's dead. That just means there is one less enemy for us to take care of. And we can be on our merry way to the other side of the map where I am pretty sure I saw 2 other enemies at. This thing, I honestly really love it. This is probably one of my more favorite vehicles in the game. It's pretty versatile, it's very quick, and it has some really good maneuverability. A10 coming in is an A10C, so he does have AIM-9Ms. If I was in a rear aspect view, that probably would have hit me. However, it is just an A10. He's extremely slow, he can't dodge that, and he gets absolutely shredded by the 23. Now, for the final match here, it is a 6-kill game, and this is a match I was pretty proud of. I think I did really well in it for being sick. We do have an F4 in front of us. He's at 15 kilometers. Fire the R-24 at him. I do notice that my radar isn't tracking him, and it is tracking his chaff, so I'm going to quickly switch back over to him, because at a range like this, I'm pretty sure if I don't relock him soon, the R-24 would just straight up miss. I did see him fire a missile, so I'm just gonna start notching and pop some chaff just so I don't get hit by it. I mean, he was already dead, so his radar should have already lost lock on me. But you can never be too sure with Gaijin. You know, this game is very confusing sometimes. Sometimes things happen when they shouldn't have. MiG-23 below us. I do have the 24T prepped, but he is kind of paying attention. He's been popping a lot of flares, so I'm just going to switch on over to the J7, who is most likely not paying attention as he's just flying straight. And just as I predicted, he indeed wasn't paying attention because the R-24 just absolutely eats the back of his head. It's as simple as that, really. Now, there is a lot of enemies here, and there's a lot of enemies in front of me. MiG-21, he's going to eat that R-60 straight to his face. Not entirely sure why he didn't flare it, but hey, it's a free kill. MiG-23 in front of me, and a crap ton of enemies behind me, so I'm just going to focus on the sole survivor of this area over here. I don't know if he knows I'm here, or if he's just trying to, like, circle the map so he can come in at a different angle, but I do have him locked with the R60. I'm just waiting for him to fly a bit straight. He didn't pre-flare anything, so I would assume he didn't know I was here. It is a premium player. You can never be too sure with them. Another kill. That's all that matters. J7 coming in. I did want to shoot an R60 at him, but at that angle, it would not have hit, like, at all. And he did see me, so he started flaring anyway. J7 in front of me. I do want to shoot the R60. Again, he starts flaring, so I'm just going to ignore him. And we're just kind of looking around just to see if there's anyone else to shoot at. I do know that there is another guy over here, and it's another MiG-23. He's coming head-on with me. He is going to fire what I thought was either a 24T or maybe it was a 24R. Not sure. It got pretty close to hitting me. Like, it didn't even look like it wanted to go for the flares. But we managed to avoid it, and I am going pretty slow. I've been doing a lot of maneuvers, and I've not been really getting my speed back. MiG-23 to my right, MiG-23 to the left. I kind of wasn't sure which one I wanted to shoot the R60 at. Looking back at this, I think I should have shot at the one on the right since he was firing a missile at someone. The one that I'm chasing now, he was kind of paying attention because he did flare my missile, obviously. And that was kind of a waste, but we still have one more. Will that one more be useful? Only time will tell, because I honestly don't remember if I even fired it off here or not. The MiG-23 is pre-flaring, so there isn't really any use to firing it at him. But I am going to try to get a cheeky shot in here, and we're just going to hose him down. Missed like 90% of it, but I did get a crit. I think like maybe 2 shots went into his engine, because he goes down like relatively quick. So I think I just got extremely lucky there with the crit. MiG-23 there, that R60 wouldn't have hit, so I'm just going to switch on over to the F4, hoping it hits, and he actually flares it. So yeah, that one missile wasn't of any use really. Now I'm in a little bit of a pickle. I have a MiG-23 here, and I'm kind of sandwiched in between him and the F4. But then the F4 actually starts flying away to get a free kill on our AJ-37, which that was honestly just mean. I don't think he should have done that. I mean, it's his plane. He can do whatever he wants. Our AV-8B actually shoots down the MiG-23, and that just leaves the F4E. I'm going to go head on with him, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to get hit by a Vulcan today. He was already pretty slow from turning around, so I'm just going to try and loop on over, but then I noticed that he's actually pulling up a lot tighter than I expected him to. So I'm actually just going to start turning this into a rate fight, because I'm like, can he outrate me? I actually have never flown the F4E, and I've never really dog-fought it with a MiG-23 before, so I wasn't actually sure how effective he would be in a rate fight. Now, if we do keep this up, I should be able to get behind him, but then I do notice he's actually starting to break off, and I think he was trying to get his speed back here. So I was like, you know what? I have 7 minutes of fuel. I need to play this aggressively. He's like the last guy, or at least I think he was the last guy here. And this girl guzzles fuel really quickly, so I was like, I need to end this as quickly as possible. I was going to go in for the merge, but then he flies under me, so I'm just going to keep turning around for him, as he can't really out-turn me normally. Like, look at that. I'm already turning into him. And I'm going to nearly commit suicide here from almost planting myself into the ground, because I got really aggressive with trying to shoot him down. Luckily for us, I was able to pull back up, and he's just starting to fly away. Unfortunately for him, I get speed very quickly, whereas he doesn't. And look at how fast I'm catching up to him. It doesn't help that he's also turning in to the right, so it also just slowed him down a lot more. Now, I almost overshot him had I not turned my afterburner off and put my air brakes out. And in a fight like this, where we're both pretty slow, I already outturn him as I do, and he kind of just floats directly into my gun. And just like that, that is our 6th and final kill. This was not fun to record while sick, I'll be honest with you. But hey, I got it out of the way. I hope you guys did enjoy, and let's see what else I can put out this week.